I'm going to show you how it is that I pulled this off. Hey, my name is Robbie Haddad with Jewelry Video Pro. We teach jewelers how to make jewelry videos. And the video that I put out just a few days ago got a lot of really good reactions. And the technique that I use in a lot of videos. It really is just a way of getting a different spin on a spinning ring, basically. I see too many rings that are just spinning on their own and it's ubiquitous. They don't stand out. No one is commenting on them because they all look the same. And so I'm not going to be like a magician and not show you. I'm not going to, keep the trick away from you. I'm going to show you exactly what I do and how I achieve that floating ring floating reflecting ring in the middle of space. And so to do that, we're just going to go to my computer. And so first things first, let's look at the source file. So if we go to, I believe this is it right here. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the original ring. This is what it looked like. This video right here is the video that we used. Just like this. So as you can tell, nothing really super special about it. It's also really desaturated, very low contrast. It's also not popping in any of the highlights either, and so we had to change all that, but that's how we started. So first step, what you need to do is take it into DaVinci Resolve. So DaVinci Resolve is this program. It probably looks pretty hectic right now. DaVinci Resolve is the industry standard for color grading footage. So like I said, this was a really desaturated, what's called flat image. So because I shot this in log, it saves a lot of data within the video that you normally wouldn't save if you were shooting it in a different color profile. Basically just to say that I shot it in a way that gets the most data so that we can change it later on and make it look exactly how we want to. So if you look here, I'll show you exactly how it looks before we do anything. So on the left here, now you're able to see, this is what we started with. This video right here. Still very pretty, right? Not bad. But then we did a little bit of color grading, and now that we're not bypassing any of that, we allow it to come through, and this is what we were left off with. Beautiful, gorgeous sapphire. And yeah, I had some people remark that this is a really pretty ring. It is a really pretty ring. Yeah, honestly, it was great to hold. It was fun to work with. So after you're done color grading it, then what we did was exported that using a really high output codec that you can use to work. And then we took that video, threw it into Premiere Pro, which is the best video editor. And then that's where we really start to do what it is that most people are asking about. How do you make this thing float in midair? So now I'm just gonna walk you through what it is that you're seeing here. This is the music, which we're not going to get into. This is the black video behind this, which basically allows us to mask out the edges of the video, and I'll explain to you what that means. This blue rotating ring is the ring that we just got from DaVinci. So if we go over here, I believe it's called blue rotating ring. Click on that. Now, if we scrub through this is the video that we pulled in. Okay, so here we are. Good, and it's an awesome looking video. It's great. But like I said, I wanted to add some things to it. I wanted to spice it up so that it would look more eye-catching. And so basically we took that, threw it into our timeline, and then above it we have our adjustment layer, which basically just changes the color of the entirety of the video over time. Don't have to worry about that. And then we have here two light leaks, and light leaks basically are just, I can show you. As I go, you can tell there's light coming in from the sides and all over it. It's just shining here and there. This right here is a light leak. If I turn that off, it's gone. So we're not gonna worry about those either. But all we have to worry about is the ring. So now the question that you've been wondering about is, how did we get it to look like it's actually floating when in reality it's not floating. This is the same exact video. So how did we get it to do that? And it's really simple. Basically, it has to do with transforming the video. So if we go to our rotating ring, go up to the left, you can see that we have keyframes, and that we've keyframed in different positions, scales, and rotations. So the position is starting here, and then as it moves across, if you watch these numbers here, you can tell that it moves ever so slightly to whatever position we want it to move to. The scale, as you can tell, starts at 150. This was shot in 4K, and so I was able to zoom in and still maintain 1080p HD, and that's what I was going to export it at, so it was totally fine for me to do that. If you're just shooting it in 1080p, then you can't do that, but I was able to, so I started at 150, and then I think I ended up at like 40 or 42, 40, exactly. So this is 40% of the scale of what the original video was, and this is 150% of the scale. Still at 1080p HD because it was shot in 4K. Don't let that confuse you. And then here, this next part is where the secret comes out. This is the secret sauce. It's the rotation. So as you can see, the rotation is not at 0. If it were 0, then it would look like this. So 0 rotation looks just like this, like a normal rotating ring. But as soon as we add on some rotation, as you can tell, it's off kilter. So we basically have it starting at 20% rotation. I just need to get this back on here. We have it starting at a 20 degree rotation, and then over time it goes to 190. So we start at 20 and we go to 190, and what that does as it spins around, it is floating. Now, to really sell this effect, you have to make sure that you're masking out the background. So this being only 40% of the original size of the video means that there's actually, the frame of this video would normally be seen. So I had to make sure that I masked out the background of this with the background here, and that's what this black video is for. And then I just did a little bit of editing in the Lumetri colors to make sure that they're the same. But yeah, to get it to actually float around like that, it really comes down to the rotation. And I do this with a lot of the videos that I have of just rotating rings, because I think rotating rings on their own just don't catch attention like they ought to. And it's just because everyone has rotating rings at this point. It's not a really exciting thing to look at quite so much. And so if you can just add in something there, then it'll really change the look of it overall, and people will pay attention. Now, that might have been very confusing for you. maybe that was like way too much. You don't understand half the words that I said. That's totally fine. I get it. If I'm talking to jewelers, jewelers are supposed to be good at making jewelry, and they are. They're fantastic at it. And so I get it. I grew up in the jewelry industry. My family owns a jewelry store, and so I wanted to help them to make jewelry videos. And now I help jewelers all over the country with the very same thing, and I teach people how to make jewelry videos too. If this was a lot for you, but you're like, this is great, I would love to go in this direction, and you just want to dip your toes in, then we just actually launched a course. It is called 7-Day Jewelry Filmmaker, and you can look at the link down below if you do want to learn more about that. And the best part about it is we created it because most people are learning, or most jewelers are wanting to take jewelry videos. They understand it's really important, but they don't have expensive equipment. And so we figured out how to get the absolute best settings out of your phone so that you can take really high quality looking jewelry videos you don't have to spend $2,000 on a gem light box. You actually will get way better quality, and you'll only have to pay a couple $100s. And so we're teaching you everything you need to know about that. So far, we have some great students who are loving the course, and it's awesome. And we even just got sponsored by the biggest phone video company in the entire world, which is really, really cool. So that's been awesome. It's been a good success. And if you're wanting to just dip your toes in, then by all means, go ahead, check that course out. And then on top of that, we're coming out with Jewelry Video Pro, which is the greater course. And this video actually that I just showed you how to do is a part of Jewelry Video Pro. We shot this rotating ring along with a lot of other rotating rings and other things, and we show you how to do that, what our settings are, what cameras we're using, what lights we're using, everything you could possibly want. So if you wanted to make videos that stand out and look like the best videos in the world, up against Graph and up against Bulgari, up against these huge names, then we teach you how to do that. So myself and another filmmaker, we've been doing this for I don't know, 8 years a piece, both of us, and we both have just been making videos with large companies, small companies, domestically, internationally, and we came together and we formed Jewelry Video Pro in order to teach jewelers how they can get a grasp of video marketing so they don't have to rely on really bad, underquality, overpriced options. Now they can have control over how their jewelry is shown off, and it can look like the best brands in the entire world. So we're really excited about that. That will be released very soon. But if you do just want to dip your toes in, 7-Day Jewelry Filmmaker is available for you. And like I said, we're even getting discounts, and it's being featured in a couple new magazines, which I'm really excited about as well. So yeah, I hope to see you there. I hope you learned something here. If you have any questions, by all means, then go to Jewelry Video Pro, send me a message or something like that. But I hope this was helpful for you. I hope that you were able to understand some of what was happening here. And I look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye.